Okay, now you escaped.
Now you can go.
All meetings are required to be recorded audio and video per Indiana Code IC 514 1.5-2.9. I'd like to call this meeting to order. I'd like to make a motion to approve minutes from December 8th, 2025 council meeting.
Second.
All those in favor? Opposed? Motion carried.
Okay, so,
Is everybody gonna be upset on turning these lights out just for a second?
Nope,
Good, you get light.
I like it.
It makes sense to me, sorry.
No, that works.
okay, so you have in front of you, if you look right there, I put them right up in front of you, the financial reports, and I just kind of wanted to go over them a little bit. If you look at the fund report, which is the single paper, you'll see the general, I kind of highlighted the balance at the beginning of the year for the general account, which was the 1389700.10, and it's now 1661582.74, difference of 271,882, which is an increase.
Is that where the fire station's coming from?
Yes, out of that fund, yes.
And
And
we're not
then-
paying anything out of it, right?
No, not yet. Because we're gonna use those other funds first.
Okay.
And then, the Lowit money, you see what the beginning, I'm not gonna go through all of them, I have to tell you all of them. You see the beginning and the ending balances on that. I just kind of highlighted the main ones, the water, and then you see the wastewater. It's not increasing like I would like to see it increase. It is up right now, but it always goes negative the first of the month. I think a lot of it is because when they did the study for the wastewater treatment plant and all of that, I don't think they did a good job. And we can't raise our rates, I don't think, any higher. I don't want to because I don't want to hear the backlash for one thing, but, we still have money in there, but I look at what we had at the beginning and whether we're increasing or not, and it is a little bit, but not a lot, so. But we do still have, we have CDs out in the wastewater, the totals right around 100,000. And then the interest from those CDs goes back into the depreciation account, so. We have that, and if you turn it over, you'll see the stormwater is increasing, and it's not gonna increase by a lot because that's the $5 on your utility bill for the stormwater. And then the sanitation, you'll notice that it did go down, but if you remember right, when we, did Best Way, it was like 12 something for the second year, and then 13 something for the third year, and then they let that go throughout the rest of this year. So that's why we made it 13, so we didn't have to change it. Well, now it's going up $2 to 15. It goes up, January 1, so it'll be on the next utility bill. So that shouldn't change any at all. Because we're charging, and it's gonna be at 15 for the next 3 years. So we should be okay there. And then that was kind of all I wanted to show you on that. The other one is the appropriations report. If you look at the town council salaries, I don't know why we didn't have the correct amount there for that, one, like on the council. I mean, in the end, as you notice, we still had almost 18% left. The reason I have a negative number on that, the custodial one, is because I think I told you before, I was taking hers out of the wrong one and realized it in the year, but I switched it, but I didn't switch all of the other times that it came out of that account because I knew it would come out at the end. Next year it'll be better. Then when you look at the next category 2, the negative amount is in the police operating, it's at a negative 13%, overspent by $3,389. General repair and maintenance was, if you go down to category 3, was over $478, and police repair and maintenance was over $1,678. On the back page of that, you'll also notice that the park repair and maintenance, and it's negative because I never had a number for that in the beginning of the budget, but I wanted to know what park maintenance was costing us, so I started that account, which will be fine because in that category, we're still at 14%. But so that's about the amount that we use for park maintenance, for like little things like if the lawnmower broke down or whatever came under park. And then also the building repair, that was a little bit over, and that was some things that we've done to the buildings and stuff. And again, it all evened out, all of that. In category 4, the police vehicle, that was an insurance thing, so that's why it is like that, because it wasn't budgeted, but that was all with insurance money. And MVH was over a little bit. And that, other than like in our water and wastewater, if they're negative, I just took the balance that we had at the end of last year and made that kind of the budget amount. So if there's a negative amount in like water or wastewater, it's because we went over more than what we spent the year before, which would have made sense because I didn't increase it like 3% or anything like that. Probably should have, but I didn't. But anyway, just wanted you guys to kind of look at that and know that where we were at. You also see there the comp hours for Wendell has 25, and that's as after he gets the paycheck this week. So he still has 25. Colton has 47. His increase because he's done some extra work and stuff for since Wendell's been gone. He's done different things, and it just kind of eases up a little bit. Anyway, I am asking for them because we talked about it before, but since Wendell only has 25, Colton has 47. He was going to be using part of his, but since Wendell's off, he couldn't do that. So I just don't need approval that they can carry over the 25 and the 47.
I'd like to make a motion for Wendell Davis to carry over 25 hours and Colton Leisure 47 hours.
Second.
All those in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carried.
The next 4 items are things that are still on our agenda that we aren't really have in place yet. Up for discussion, the shelter house furnaces, and I was going to bring up those pictures and show you, and I forgot about that. I have pictures of the heat exchangers. They are rusty and they have holes and things in them. Wendell has I don't know if you've seen the pictures of it. I think I emailed them to him, but I can't remember if I did because he's been on vacation. MRS came and inspected it. They shut off the furnaces because that's their protocol. And then we turned them back on, but that was a mess too, trying to get them back on. But we did finally get them back on. If you'll notice, Dave, and then turn the minutes over and should say MRS right there.
Mm-hmm.
That's MRS quotes for 2 new furnaces. The guy that came and did the maintenance on them is the one that quoted them. I have talked to Alan, who is the salesperson for them. He can give us other quotes. Those furnaces are 28 years old at the shelter house. Surely bottled gas put them in, if that tells you anything, which is a long time ago. So I don't know what we wanna do for them or do about that. They are on right now, and they are working. We did put a CO2 detector in there so that we know if something happens. Right now, it's of course not. And I know that one will be less, and we can get another one, another quote from someone else if you would like.
Let's get another quote for maybe summer or something.
Okay.
Something like that.
And Alan had said, when I talked to Alan, he said they'd probably be about what these were, but I haven't gotten that quote yet.
Well, one's,
One's 12 and one's 14. One's like a heat exchanger or a water pump. I forget what it was. I didn't really look at them that close. Wasn't one of them like
one was 28,000.
because I was showing them to Wendell, my husband, Wendell, and he said, because one of them's like, I don't know if it was a water.
Dual fuel capable with a compatible heat pump and
Yeah.
thermostat for energy saving.
Yeah, the heat pump thing.
That's the cheaper one.
That was the cheaper one?
Yeah.
Oh, wow. Anyway, those pet prices are really like skyrocket high.
Yeah.
So I can get more, you mean to get, another quote and then, bring that to the January meeting?
Yeah,
Okay,
if you would please.
I can do that.
Does anyone have the shelter house for the next? Yeah.
It is.
Big auctions next month.
Yeah,
two of them.
Trustee Gavel has it on the 10th, Marlisa has it, Winnan has it on the 9th.
I guess just watch them, make sure they don't.
Well, that's what we're doing. Dave has it on the 17th. Trustee Gavel has it on the 23rd through the 26th. Fire department has it on the 31st.
Did Donna mention to you about the floor in there and after the auction that the floor is getting tore up?
She didn't say, because I asked her about it, she didn't tell me that it was.
She told Nikki and I.
Yeah, it is a mess. I mean, I was blaming.
I know.
Towards
They-
the back
she
door
said
or
it was a
something. She
mess
said
when
it's
they-
fitting up or something.
In fact, that's one of the things Linda wants to do is we didn't realize how bad the tables and chairs, how dirty they are. I mean, we had to scrub to get enough clean chairs and stuff, so they really all need a.
They need to be power washed or something, and we've talked about that the last couple of years, but we've never gotten it accomplished.
Definitely needs to happen.
The tables need to be replaced, they've been repaired like 100 times. Well, that's a little exaggerant, but you're starting to see the screws come up. They were Marty-ized too, some of them, which means the screw comes out on the top of the table.
And the floor definitely, I mean, it's in, and that's a
Well,
nice
the
floor.
floor-
Remember how pretty that was when it first went in.
The floor is a nice floor, and I've had some issues with that because I don't know what's being used on it. There are
And
some,
if it continues, they will not be allowed to use it.
See, and Wendell said that she's using bleach on it, which that's like probably the worst thing she could use.
yeah,
There's no
I don't know
reason
what
to
Donna's
use it.
using on it. It's the cleaning of what it is, because if you look at it, it's got a yellow tint to it. And she came in last year and she used her like carpet cleaner, which I guess can operate like a steam cleaner, and that cleaned it off. So I was
Yeah.
thinking maybe we could have someone come in every so often and just steam clean it or something.
Stanley Steamer.
Yeah, them. And have that done and then see how long, have it done and then see how long that lasts.
Or maybe she just quits using bleach. and use a
Well, I've
multi-purpose
talked to
thing.
her about what she's using, and I don't know if she's using bleach or she's using, she was there when the guy did the floor and we talked about what cleaners to use. And I can't say what she's using because I don't know, but I don't think she's using the right cleaners.
Who put in that floor? Do you remember?
Yeah, it's Diamond something,
Does that have a warranty on it?
Probably not anymore,
No, not
yeah,
even.
probably not by now.
I
but
just didn't know
Gallo
if it's
needs to
starting
be
to peel up
told.
by those back doors, if that's covered under our.
Yeah, I know what you're saying.
But that's only happened since the auction was in there supposedly. I don't know if they're like dragging stuff. I know they load and unload through those back doors. But whether they're dragging heavy stuff, I mean, I saw some pictures of what they're having on their next auction. And unless they clean them up, it looked pretty disgusting. Like there's lawnmowers and all kinds of junk.
Well, and I'm a little concerned with that, with the auctions being there too. He's already scheduled for January and February. I think, I know there's He's scheduled for 2 in
Well, if
January.
he continues to tear the floor up, he'll not be able to use it.
He's got it the first weekend in February and the second weekend in February. Or the third weekend in February, I mean. So he's got it scheduled through February. I think we really need to watch.
Mhm. You might wanna call him and let him
And-
know that, hey, this happened after you were there, and if it
Yeah.
continues, you'll not be able to use it.
Yeah,
Probably need to go over and check it,
yeah, that's what I'll do that first because,
take pictures.
well, yeah, and sometimes we get exaggerations, so.
Yeah.
We just know that from the person that does it, so. But I know that the Davises, when they had it on Saturday, said that it was really dirty. And I've never had a complaint like that before, so I don't know what was going on there. But she usually comes in and checks it's between cleanings. I don't have,
She didn't come in yesterday.
huh?
She didn't come in
Yeah,
yesterday.
we left it clear and we
She-
counted it definitely.
Yeah, she didn't come in yesterday. She usually comes in on Mondays, but she didn't, so I don't know. But it is something we need to keep an eye out on, for sure. So. Quotes from this. So I'll get the quotes and I will check with trustee or talk to him about that after we go up and look at it and stuff. And then the next thing on the agenda is the salary ordinance. It needs to be approved. Dave, you have that right there in front of you, along with the ordinance that, the next one is the actual ordinance for the salary ordinance. But the paper that you have in front of you is the state and federal statute that talks about needing the times to be recorded. State Board of Account checks that. I think you and I talked about that. I found the code that says that, so, whether you're salary or not salary, except for elected officials, need to have their time recorded. I think you were on the meeting, Linda, when we talked with the, HR lady that's redoing our book, our employee manual. And then I saw something on the listserv about it, and then I went and found the codes that say that. So whether you're salary or not salary, you still need to fill out a time. You need a clock in, clock out type thing.
Not,
All right.
Ryan says that he clocks in on his computer as far as logs in on the computer.
Yeah, he's doing CAD,
But that's not,
and he's got a paper thing that he made me create.
Oh, he did?
Yeah,
Okay.
it's a Adobe document that they're filling out.
where does that go? Cause I haven't seen it.
He's keeping them. No one, I guess he talked to Dave about it because he's told me Dave didn't say he had to give them to you, so I don't know.
Well, I have to have them for State Board of Accounts, so it makes sense that I would need them.
Yeah, just make sure,
I
I'll
at least
tell
need
him when he comes
a
in.
copy of them, yeah.
they need a copy every week of the record.
I think theirs are 2 weeks at a time, the one I created. I don't remember.
Well, I need them before, because we pay every week, so we need them
Okay.
weekly. But that's the salary ordinance with all the increases and everything. And then on the second page of the fire department, Dave, you had went through and made numbers.
Yeah.
And added those for the fire department and increased that a little bit for, it's a pay, but I call it more of an honorarium for the things that the fire department does. But it has to go through payroll, so it's gotta be on the salary ordinance, so. It increases,
So you are gonna do the 53-week pay period then?
we will have a 53-week pay period next, year. It is a 53-week pay period. So your hourly people will get an extra week. Salary will be spread out through the 53 weeks because they're salary. I've talked to several people, that's the way that works. Because it's a yearly salary, so it goes out over 53 weeks. So I looked at it, it's a little bit of an increase, you'll still see that increase, and I kind of did a a payroll thing to look and see. But yeah, it is a 53-week pay period next year.
You guys okay with that?
What is the purpose for that?
Of,
53 instead of?
because there's 53 weeks next year, not
Oh,
52.
Gotcha.
Is this week considered one of those weeks?
No, this is the first one of, because our pay starts on the 1st. So this starts that's why I'm not paying till the 2nd. Because begins the 1st of the year, pay period.
I'd like to make a motion for the salary ordinance 2025-12-30.
Second.
All those in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carried.
And then the next one that you have, ordinance, 2025-1230A is the trash ordinance thing that we're changing the cost for the trash is going up to 15 per household. And we have to have an ordinance on file. The top one is the ordinance that I just did to change it. The bottom one is where it says copy is last year's, or the previous years, I should say. So that's just with the increase. And that needs to be approved as well.
I'd like to make a motion for trash ordinance 2025-12-30A for approval.
Second.
All those in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carried.
The next ordinance it's actually a resolution for old outstanding checks that can be taken out of our system that haven't ever been cashed, that are more than 2 years old. And I just need you to know about it, but I also need the resolution to be able to remove those.
Some of these are refunds.
Pardon me?
Some of these are water meter refunds.
Yep. They didn't cash the checks. They probably don't know where the checks are.
So after 2 years, it'll be returned to the town council.
It'll return to the account that it came out of.
I'd like to make a motion to approve old outstanding check resolution 2025-12-30B.
Second.
All those in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carried.
Next one is just the next year's holiday schedule. Starting, like, we have Thursday off. It's January 1st.
So you don't have New Year's Eve off then?
We do not. I mean, if it gets really dead, we might go ahead and just close, but like at afternoon sometime. But other than that,
I don't need to prove that, do I?
yeah, it needs to be approved.
I'd like to make a motion to approve the 2026 holiday schedule. All those in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carried.
The other thing there, if you notice in front of you, is a thing that came from the Community Foundation of Hancock County. It's a training thing or something that they have. There's one for each of you on that flyer. That they have and I know you guys work, 2 of you work outside the home and Linda works a lot everywhere else. And anyway, some training hours if you want to get it in. I don't know if you guys get emails about it, but the council they're requiring the council to have, I forget, like, I want to say it's 14 hours, but I don't know if it is or not. And it can be done online or whatever. Have you guys gotten any emails about that or anything? Because I'm surprised that you hadn't, because supposedly State Board of Accounts is going to start doing something with that. But I can find out more information and get to you, about that for the next meeting.
I would be interested in that.
Pardon me?
I would be interested in that.
Yeah, I thought about I might go too. We went to one, there was one that was four different Wednesdays or something. And there was like one a month, and they were very interesting, and that had to do with the SB 100 or 101, the whole thing that has to do with all the taxes and all that kind of thing, and it was very interesting. And you learned a lot, well, I learned a lot from that. The next thing on the agenda is the Community Crossings Matching Grant. Applied for it in October, I think. Had to be in, we did get that, because I was going for the second round, and then legislature, of course, changed everything when, in the beginning of the year, so there was only one round this past year, or in 25. So when we were applying, we're actually applying for 26. So I am ready, I need to get bids and things for that. The plan is to do not all of Pennsylvania from Lee Street to South Railroad, and Meridian Street from Lee Street to Walnut Street. And that'll do what hi, Ryan,
Hello.
how are you?
Good, yourself?
I'm good.
Good.
Will give us, I think it's 117,000 that we get from the state, and then it cost us around 25 to 30,000, something like that, which we have in our NVH. So that'll be coming up next year. And then the fire station evidently has a leak in the roof. And what closet did you say?
It's in the gear closet, so
In the
the
gear
closet
closet.
at the very back, if you're walking into the meeting room from the front of the building, the back left-hand side, we have that gear closet that holds all,
Oh,
like
now I know
excess
which one it
equipment.
is.
It's coming in the very top part of that.
And the quote was for how much, Dave, do you remember?
2,300.
2,300 to fix it,
Mm-hmm.
so that will be under probably general repair and maintenance, building maintenance for next year.
Okay. I'd like to make a motion to get the roof fixed at the fire station for $2,300. Those in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carries.
I wonder if we're probably not looking, I don't know how long that roof has been there. Do you, Emily? You probably don't know. Probably, you were probably like 2 or something. I don't
Probably
know.
most of my lifetime.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking.
Huh.
I think Danny said it's just like they've just been rubber coating it or
Yes.
whatever.
Yeah. So we'll probably look at possibly doing something with that.
Danny or Dad would probably know like specific dates if you.
Yeah.
But Dad's not answering my text, so he must actually be working.
Ooh, that was a little snarky. He's actually working.
He texts me all the time.
He's not busy.
He's not busy, it's fine.
And that is all I have, unless you guys have something.
Does anybody else have anything? Nothing? Emma?
Ambulance 412 should be back in service today. They're going to pick it up. It was getting just regular service. We didn't have any heat in the back. So hopefully, pending the drive in this cold weather, we should have both ambulances back in service by end of day.
Did they get the part fixed where they could?
Yes.
Okay.
It's beautiful. How are you?
Sorry.
The tables are too long. That's all I have.
Thank you. I'd like to make a motion to approve payroll allowance dockets. All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carried. Make a motion to approve claims to be paid.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carried.
Hey, Donna,
Nothing
Yes,
else?
ma'am.
I'd like to adjourn this meeting.
can you tell me what do you clean the floor in the shelter house with?
Dawn dish soap.
Okay. yellowy again.
It's not just yellowing, it's filthy
Yeah.
after, and I'm gonna say this because it's a fact, and they're tearing the floor up out back on the back end too.
Well, Becky said that too, so we're gonna take a look at that and look at it, so.
I think what would help is either more than one cleaning a week on the floors. I mean, Tom goes both directions,
What do you mop it with? Cause I know there's not actually a mop up there.
dust mops. We
Okay,
switched to that a couple of years ago.
okay.
So, why wouldn't we put that floor in?
Cause I wondered if we should find something.
I'll be honest with you, my opinion is 3 or 4 times a year, if we rented a floor cleaner, an electric floor cleaner,
Well,
I
thought
know-
about having like Stanley Steamer come in and clean it
or
too.
something like that, or you could even rent a steam cleaner
Right,
and I could run it, I just
right,
don't have access to one.
right, I gotcha.
But yeah, it definitely needs something more than just a dust mop occasionally, for sure.
And then you mop it by hand too, with the Dawn dish soap and water?
Yes.
Okay,
Now, everything else gets, the stainless obviously gets cleaned with the stainless cleanser after
Oh, yeah.
it's sprayed down with bleach, but sinks and toilets and everything get cleaned with bleach,
okay,
so.
okay.
But, so I see the 9th is not the trustee gavel. That's what I was concerned with,
Oh, yeah. I'm gonna call him too.
and nothing before that, so.
I'm
That's
gonna,
all I
I'm gonna
needed.
go up and look at the floor and then I'm gonna call him and tell him that if he's gonna abuse the floor, then he's gonna.
It's
not
right
be
at
able
the
to
back
rent.
doors, and I'm guessing that's where they bring,
It is, cause you can
Their
see
stuff
where
in
they,
that.
you can see where they backed up to
but
it.
there's some like this, and then there's a couple maybe that big.
Yeah,
Just 4 or 5 of them back there.
well, we'll look at it and, I'll take some pictures and stuff and then I'll call him and say something, say, hey.
Okay. And I just filled Becky in. The front door, I can't get my key in. It's almost like there's a key broken off, but you can't see anything in there. It may just be frozen.
It could be disordered because, did you have any problem over
I
there?
think he did have trouble with this, so he's.
Did he?
Yeah. You can get in the side door still with the key.
Yeah,
So, but it's not rented this weekend, so you
cause I was
would
in
probably, you know,
there,
it may be thawed out before that, or,
I was in there the weekend before that.
I'm gonna leave before I talk to everybody.
All right, we'll see you
Bye,
later,
Linda.
Linda.
Happy New Year.
Hope you feel better.
Thanks for coming in.
so you got the head. Okay, it goes here, here, out here, and it'll last about 3 weeks.